I'm Stephen Proud and welcome to the Stephen Proud Show. We've got a fantastic show in store for you today where we have an OAP joining us in an attempt to find out if it was in fact the chav down the road that took her beloved cat or just a case of mistaken identity. As always, we want to hear from you, the audience at home, so please do send us your thoughts throughout the show and let us know what you think. Follow us on facebook.com/The Stephen Proud Show and also on Twitter @The Stephen Proud Show or using the hashtag TSPS. We have Harrison on hand to read your comments throughout. Now let's get on with the show. When 82-year-old Irene woke up one morning to find out her cat Tilly had not returned home, you can imagine the stress she was going through. Tilly may have just simply decided to spend the night out or could have even got up early to go for a leisurely stroll. However, with more and more time passing, you can imagine she began thinking the worst. She can imagine to her surprise 1 month later when she finds her cat safe and sound but with another owner. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Irene on the show. Hi Irene, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Do you want to start by telling us a little bit about Tilly?
Well, Tilly, she's my pride and joy. She means everything to me. She's small ginger with a little black bit on the end of her tail, which is very rare in cats actually.
Right.
That's why her middle name's Diamond. And yeah, she just means the world to me. So
Yeah, I can see. Has she ever done anything like this before?
No, never. I mean, I've had her for 5 years and she's always turned up 5 o'clock on the dot for her evening tea and 7 in the morning for a breakfast. And then when she didn't turn up one day, I was baffled.
Okay. So when did you start thinking something bad had happened?
Well, I mean, it got to 5 o'clock and her salmon was ready, my favourite, and she didn't turn up, but I didn't want to seem too overprotective, so I waited half an hour, but as the minutes rolled on, I knew something was wrong, and when she didn't turn up in the morning, I just knew.
Okay, so that's when you start really worrying.
Yeah, really worrying.
Yes. Do you know where Tilly is?
Well, I didn't until a month after she hadn't turned up. I saw Darren down the road, one of my neighbours, with a small ginger cat with black bit at the end of its tail, identical to my Tilly. And I mean, I know the area inside out, and I would have known if there was one the same.
You're a bit of a cat lover, aren't you? So you'd know if anyone in the area had a cat like yours, you'd know it.
Yeah. I mean, I get on with most of my neighbours, well, not Darren, but and you know, I go and visit, see their cats, and I would have known.
And you've never seen him around with a cat before?
No, I didn't even think he liked animals. I don't understand why he would have a cat unless he wanted to do it horribly.
Okay. Well, you're saying it's Darren. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get Darren on the show.
It's Daz.
Excuse me?
It's Daz, mate.
No, it's Darren, and I'm not your mate. Now, they're saying you took the cat. Did you?
No, just lying.
Why did you have a cat? Do you even like animals?
I've got a cat, but it's not your cat.
Why are you being accused? Why do you
It's
think they're
mental,
accusing you?
ain't you?
Mental. I might be old, but I'm not blind. I could see with my cat.
It does sound, you know, it's a pretty rare cat. You've been seen with a cat like that. It's a bit of a coincidence. They must have some reason to accuse you. Can you not see that?
No, you're just a bin.
Excuse me, what was that?
Just a bin.
She's a bind. Excuse me, don't you ever speak to a woman like that again. And if you do, you can get off my stage. Okay? Are you a bad lad?
No,
Yeah, he's a bad lad.
you would know.
Why is he a bad lad? What's he done?
Well, he's from the wrong tree. I mean, you should see his parents. His whole family's just...
What have my parents got to do with this?
Well, they've taught you the wrong things in life, that's for sure.
Well, let's be honest, you're talking to her with no respect. You're
Just
trying to make out you're not a bad lad, but you're treating her like dirt.
Because I ain't got a cat.
Well, you do have a cat.
Yeah, a cat, not your cat.
I've been told you got a criminal record.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But you're not a bad lad. Surely that makes you a bad lad.
No.
What have you done?
Theft.
Theft. So let me get this straight. You've been accused of stealing a cat. You can't understand why she's accusing you of stealing a cat, yet you've been done for theft.
3 times.
3 times?
Interfering.
Is it true?
Yeah. But
Okay then. Do you work?
no,
You don't work. So where'd you get your money from?
the dough.
So we're paying for your cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you drink as well, don't you?
Yeah. It's got nothing to do with it.
You smoke.
Yeah.
You have to steal to provide for things.
Yeah.
So how on earth can you afford not only to buy a cat, but to provide for a cat?
Yes, I do. I work it out.
Do you
Really?
feed a salmon? 'Cause that's a favourite.
No.
No. She'd be better off with me. Just give her back to me and then we'll all be happy.
What?
How do you provide for your cat? Because you're stealing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you stealing for your cat?
No.
Do you steal your cat?
No. I never stole any cat.
I'm going to be honest, it's not looking good. You've got a criminal record, you don't work, you smoke, you drink, you're claiming off the government. You know what? It's fine. Let's see what. It's not just what I think. Let's find out what everyone thinks at home. Let's go over to the Twitter feeds and let's speak to Harrison.
Thank you, Stephen. And we've had a great deal of response on the Twitter. Most people pointing the finger at Darren. Catherine from Devon says, lock him up and throw away the key. He's guilty and clearly has no respect for his elders. Whereas John from Cardiff says, bring back national service. Kids like these need to learn some respect. However, Tony from Cheshire says, just because he's young and has a look about him does not make him a criminal. He's innocent until proven guilty. Some interesting views there, Stephen. Back to you.
Thank you, Harrison. If we can just take a moment to tell you about a future show we have coming up. Have you just moved in with your partner? Are things not going quite as expected? Does your partner refuse to put the toilet seat down and you've basically just had enough? Or do you feel the responsibility shouldn't be on the man, but the woman should be lifting the toilet seat up instead? If so, please do contact the show. It's 0800 678 678 or email us at tsps@sunderland.ac.uk. Please remember, contestants must be over the age of 18. Darren, you've heard the comments there. What do you have to say about them?
They're all against me, aren't they?
Do you think they're judging you?
Yeah. Well,
Why do you think they're judging you?
it's the way I dress, the way I am.
What do you mean by the way you are?
Like, because I've stolen in the past, people just think it's going to be me.
You're
Listen, let's find out
horrible.
what actually happened, yeah? So we're not going to solve this. You know, let's find out the lie detector results have to say. First of all, we asked you, Darren, is the cat in question Irene's cat Tilly? He said no. He was actually telling the truth.
Told you.
We then asked, have you ever stolen anything belonging to Irene? He again said no. He was telling the truth again. And then we asked, is the cat in question your own cat? He said yes. He's been saying yes all throughout the show. He was actually telling the truth. We then asked you, Irene, has your cat Tilly gone missing? She said yes. She was telling the truth. We then asked, do you know who was taking your cat Tilly? She said yes. She was actually lying. We then asked, do you believe it was John that took your cat Tilly? She said yes. She was lying again.
This is ridiculous. Look
What
at
do you
you.
have to say?
I just thought it'd be easy to blame Darren, and I just want a cat back. And
Why did you lie though? You came on national TV and lied and accused this
I
lad.
just thought I'd get away with it. It's just the loneliest. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry, Darren.
You want to be.
Now, Darren, that's it. It's going to stop. You get to keep your cat. You get to go without all the accusations. What do you have to say?
She deserves it.
Come
Making
on.
a fool out of me on national TV.
Now, listen, guys, come on. You can see she's upset. You get to keep your cat.
Yeah. Don't want
I
nothing
mean,
to do for though.
I thought you took the cat. Everyone at home thought you took the cat. I was wrong.
Good.
Listen, what we're going to do with the aftercare team, we're going to try and give you a bit of help you find your cat if you want to help it.
Thank you. I appreciate
So,
it.
like, guys, you've been fantastic guests. If you can leave that way, and if you can leave that way. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Darren and Irene. Well, wasn't that an interesting show? I'd like to give a huge thanks to our guests today. We really couldn't do it without them. A massive thanks to the guys around me who made this possible, and of course, the biggest thanks to you guys watching at home. I hope you enjoyed the Stephen Proud Show and look forward to tuning in next week. From myself and the guys around me, a big thanks for watching. Goodbye.